Hi, this is Justin Arnett Graham.
And my name is Nariba Shepherd.
And this is Terms of Service. Holiday edition! It's our birthday, motherfuckers! There we go! Yeah! We're 1 year old.
1 whole year.
1 whole year.
Wild.
Absolutely.
Wild.
It's our birthday today.
Yeah.
And I'm into it.
It's
Happy New Year's Eve!
Also that.
Also
Yo,
that.
drink some water.
Yeah.
Electrolytes are your friend. Don't sleep on Pedialyte. I know you're going to hit up that Gatorade or that Powerade, but we're not sponsored by any of these people.
You're like, this is just a suggestion.
Is just like a suggestion.
A very necessary suggestion.
Yeah, it was like one of the first things I learned at my first job in Chicago. A very beautiful and magical bartender by the name of Sonia. You know who you are. She asked me one very hungover morning if I would care for anything from CVS because I looked like death.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, maybe some ibuprofen. And she's like, I got you. Don't you worry about it. And brought back a grape Pedialyte for me, and it changed my life forever.
Right.
So
I've had Pedialyte once, and I felt like it was way too thin.
Well, that's the point. You're supposed to drink it, like the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, I had like, that's not, oops, my fault. My bad, my B.
And for those of you who did not imbibe, bless up.
No, absolutely.
Also, you two have a great day and you know what, a great year.
There's this movie, I think it's I cannot remember it off the top of my head. It's gonna drive me insane. It's gonna drive me absolutely insane. It's the dude that was found out to be on Clubhouse in one of those rooms, and he was like moaning.
I did not hear about this at all.
It's a movie with like Tessa Thompson, and they're talking about they're not talking about.
Is it is it the one where she's a producer or wants to be a producer? Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you. Exactly. Exactly. It's just like they put like the white voice on.
Yes, Detroit was her character's name.
Yeah.
And I was Detroit for Halloween.
Love that.
1 year.
I love that so much.
The costume never made it past my living room because my partner at the time had to work late. Okay. And by the time she got out of work, it was over.
Okay.
But you know what? It was a good one.
Okay. Nice.
White voice.
Sweet.
I mean, I feel like people think that this is my white voice, but this is just my American voice.
Oh, okay.
Because as we all know, you're Gil from Trinidad, them.
Okay.
And my accent has been like taken over a little bit because
I'm here for it.
It is New Year's Eve when this drops, but right now we're living in the time of my mother being here.
Okay. Yeah.
So in the house, it's just strict Trini accent all day, every day. And then I have to like go work an event and I have to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, because this is going to be our year in review.
Yeah.
The thing that happened most recently is Rihanna's home of Barbados became a republic.
Yep. Yes.
They were like, fuck the monarchy. We out.
We out, yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Bless up.
Absolutely.
So.
With Sorry to Bother You.
Yes.
There was that scene to where it seems like they're going to fight, but they're not actually going to fight. It's just like, I hope you have a nice day. I hope you have a better week, brother.
Yes.
You know? And so I'm like, you know what? That is what I want for the people.
That's the energy.
Yeah. It's just like, that's
aggressively positive towards
aggressively
each other.
Positive, because you know what? I am the conductor of the fucking positivity train right now.
Yeah, you really are, because
I'm like choo choo.
You had to do the shit to get to the other side, and you made it. Yeah, I'm glad that times are better.
Times are better. This is correct. Absolutely. So, again, hooray and happy birthday to us.
Yes.
Happy birthday to not only you and I, but the entire team that has been working very hard to make this a thing. And we'll get into all of that later.
Like, For real.
Thanks.
Because you like are really knitting this whole thing together.
You know,
you're like the glue and the thread.
She's a real sweater. You know, I'm doing my best to, you know, make sure that not only is, you know, she's beautiful, but also functional.
Yes. The functionality is on point for sure.
Yeah, and it's just like if she is a dress, she's got pockets.
You mean like this thing that I am adorning today?
This is exactly what I'm alluding to.
Listen, a good linen dress with pockets.
Yeah.
I'm here for you.
Sounds dope as hell.
But in addition to you, also you the people.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Because of you, we made it to not only the end of the year, but like season 2.
Yeah.
And I hope that like y'all keep listening. I'm going to tell you what I tell everyone else that we work with all the time. I'm like, people just listen to us ramble on the internet.
It's great.
And
but we're rambling about real shit.
Yeah. I mean, 110%. Yeah. Rambling doesn't always have to be pointless.
For sure.
It's just continuous.
It is the journey that you're just, you know, you find yourself at the destination.
Oh, yeah. She own it.
Absolutely. So yes. So let's get into it.
Okay. So for this episode, we're doing a year in review.
Yeah, year review. Like not only our year, but our like industry year. You know, because in terms of service, in general, I mean, you know, we've touched upon financial literacy, a massive element of our work here is just overall mental health. We've also touched upon the undocumented experience. We've touched upon, you know, the pressures of the industry, the coping mechanisms, alcoholism, drug abuse,
personal
worth, and I mean, there's so much. I mean, so looking back over the past 365 days about terms of service specifically, I mean, what still resonates with you today? Dun, dun, dun.
I know.
Yeah. I'm like, what's happening?
Choking on my own spit.
Okay.
Okay, so
Did you like some water?
Oh, no, I got my water bottle.
Okay, like that. Mm-hmm.
I think personally, for terms of service, I think about how we do it all the most. Like, there are some episodes that I go back to, but what I think about is the experience that we're having. And I feel like when people talk about blessings, they talk about something that comes out of nowhere, sort of. Mm-hmm. But this didn't come out of nowhere. It didn't come out of thin air. It came from a hole that was missing in the industry. And I'm not saying that we're like filling an entire hole, but I think that we are providing a visible representation of what people experience on a day-to-day.
Yeah. We're trying to Bob Ross it up over here.
We really are. Like,
you know?
And sometimes I know it seems that we're like going in on the service industry and like how all this change needs to happen, which I'm still here for. That's why I'm like doing what I'm doing with Healthy Poor and like still doing all of these events and stuff. It's like, I want to show people that we can make the change without having to change everything about who we are as an industry.
Right. Well, because a big part of that is when you consider industry, like that's such a heavy term. It's just like, I mean, you're just uprooting the shit and like burning it all to the ground, which yes, but I mean, you know, there's people that are affected on the opposite side of that language. And so what we really look to do is to be able to balance it out to where we're talking about actual shit and prompting deeper conversations with those on the opposite end
Yeah.
to ensure that their work environment is more equitable, to make sure that leadership is more conscious of the cost of this industry, and have it be like, you know, we can sit here and talk all day and point you to certain resources, but you know, you have to feel as if you are worth more and you deserve more than what this industry has been built in providing you.
Exactly.
So.
And like we've spoken about before, or in the future, is that there is a sense of like community within the industry, but there's also very much a sense of gatekeeping community.
Right.
And I think part of that gatekeeping has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of chefs, not all chefs, don't really want to teach you how to be better than them.
Right.
You know? And I feel like as a community, we have to want to build people up and show them all of the different routes they can take. Which people don't want everyone to know how to climb that ladder, I guess.
Well, also it's a very real taste of power.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, oh, like now I'm actually responsible for someone or like anyone, and this, like, I can just kind of mold them into my will.
Exactly.
And the fact of the matter is just like, you know, people are individuals, people have visions, they have their own ambitions, and in order to create a sustainable ecosystem, you have to empower those curiosities.
Yeah.
You have to uplift those points of views. And the industry can feel like where a lot of fucking dreams go to fucking die.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, or you're contributing to someone else's dream and then you put your shit on the back burner.
Or like, I hate this word, but I also love it. Elevation. Like, people think of it in food and beverage specifically as like that X factor, when in reality it is to uplift. And there's not a whole lot of uplifting of each other within the industry. So I feel like, also tying back into our year in review, I also think a lot about how we've uplifted or like more signal boosted people and communities that already exist, that's doing the work that we want to see widespread.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And we're just a part of that community and hopefully that culture moving forward within the context of the industry. And also, I feel like this work isn't just available to the hospitality communities. I mean, there's a lot of parallels with a multitude of industries and a multitude of livelihoods and ambitions and people that feel like they're a bit disconnected for, I mean, just 1,001 reasons.
Yeah.
You know, and that has been the most fulfilling outside of, you know, the physical of, you know, working with you and Max, and Rick, and Dason, and Travis, and again, you know, Ashley, Christine of Garnet, and just like the entire team that helps put this together.
Yes.
Because it truly does take a village.
Because this is a baby.
Yeah,
this is a whole, well, not even. It's about to be a toddler.
Can it walk?
She been walking. I mean, allegedly. Season 2.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. So, right. Exactly. I'm like,
she been walking.
Yeah. I was just like, there we go. I was like, I'm like, they should be walking it too, right?
I feel like the podcast is less like human years and more like cat years. You know, like 2 is when you're a teenager.
I've been feeling like it's fucking dog years, to be quite honest.
Dang.
I'm just like, you know, we grown.
We're 7.
And I'm like, and that's grown to me because I'd be like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to 2nd grade.
Yeah.
I'm going to 2nd grade. You can't tell me shit. Tell me shit. I got my little. It's old enough to talk back, but it's too young for a trapper keeper.
Yo. Old enough to talk back. That hit me like a ton of bricks. I, like the 6-year-old man, sometimes the way she looks at me, I'm like, oh, you don't even know what your face is doing, but she's old enough to do it.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Love her.
You're like, just had to say that.
Just had to say it. Just had to put that out there.
And I also just have to acknowledge these funny as fuck Santa hats that we're wearing right now.
I already told you, if I had known, I would have brought my, what I call the lace front of Santa hats, because it is 2.5 feet long.
Okay.
And it is striped, and I wore it every year on the line because Ji Yoon, pastry chef extraordinaire, bought them and brought them in, and I wear it on the line, and I tuck it into my apron so it doesn't like fly off, and I will sweat my edges all the way off 110% of the time. Thank you, Max.
Oh,
bartender extraordinaire.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm like,
okay.
Well, happy birthday to us. So,
cheers.
Or
cheers.
Cheers, as they say in the furniture business.
Aww.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's take a little sip.
Yeah, I was like, this looks delicious. And thank you so much, Max, for standing in for Ashley Christine, because this looks fire.
Ashley did it again. Give me that float.
Yeah,
give me that sparky float.
Go ahead. Thank you.
All right. Listen, I took a sip of this, and the Seedlip Garden pops off 100%
yes, it
of
does
every
pop
time.
off.
It's Ashley just finds a way to like hit it on all the right curves. Like Ashley is like a tailor, and someone dropped off an already like banging garden.
Yeah, and Ashley's just like,
I meant garment.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
right. But also, Ashley's just like, I'm out here driving fast, and you got all these curves, and I got no brakes. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's what I'm feeling in this glass right now.
Okay. All right. Let's see what Mama got to say.
Yeah.
Cara Orange Cordial with sparkling cran soda and rosemary. A brisk winter walk through the woods. You damn right.
Yeah.
You damn right.
I just got to keep it real, though. I ain't walking through the woods.
Where you at?
I'm skipping. Okay? And not skipping the woods, but I'll actually skip through the woods with this.
Listen.
This is real nice.
This is very nice. I'm going to drink it even though I get acid indigestion like a whole bitch, because it's delightful.
Yeah.
Cool.
Damn. Well, thank you, Seedlip. And thank you, Ashley Christine. And also, thank you, Max.
Thank you, Max.
Yeah, for executing this. All right.
What does it feel like to be bartending?
It feels like I never went to sleep and have been doing this all day.
Fair.
Max is having a very beautiful morning with us on our birthday. He celebrated a little early.
It's like getting back on a bike.
There we go.
Him riding bike.
Yeah.
Riding bike.
Instead of riding ponies.
Yes.
He rides bikes. There we go. See? Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. Wait.
Yeah.
Max, you're off mic right now, but is there a point for you in this year that like you want us to like touch on? What in this year in review is a thing that you think about of all of our experience with the podcast?
I'm just super grateful to have the opportunity to talk about this stuff. I mean, I know Nariba and Justin talk about being able to highlight inequities or stuff we love about the industry, but
Or fucking problems.
Problems. Yeah, I'm being kind. But it's not an industry, especially as you get higher up. It's not an industry that super welcomes outside opinions. And I'm so grateful for it every day, and to be able to do it with people that I love and cherish.
Yep.
And better every day that I spend with them.
Listen.
Stop
Also,
it.
let's
it.
never forget that Max came over and busted the Halloween pumpkin carving at my house
I remember that.
this year.
I remember
Yeah.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Never forget.
Never forget. So,
How about you though, Justin? What's your first point that you want to touch on in the year in review?
I mean, there's just a ton, and this is our baby, so we love them all. But I have been really fixated on our friends at Grocery Run Club. I have just been paying attention to them so hard, and I am so proud of everything that they have been able to accomplish while still being really humble and beautiful human beings. And just the idea of focusing in on the fact that you deserve, and the episode specifically from season 1 is titled "The Integrity of Need," and just that statement alone is just maybe it's because it's the holidays, and it's just I have been thinking about them so much, and
it's because it's twofold.
Yeah,
because I would say in conversation over the last year and a half, almost 2 years, you have focused a lot on the need, not only within the service industry, but day-to-day shit. You connect a lot. You connected a lot with all the markets that were going on in the beginning, because you're this is fucked up. That it's great that they're offering this, but it's fucked up that we need things like this, and places that have hella means have pivoted to meet that need, but also to secure themselves a future in a sense.
Well, because the pivot has been for internal sustainability, and I have always believed that restaurants, the hospitality experience in general, is the closest to culture in any market. It's, where do you gather? Where are you? What do you, it's just how do you connect with a stranger? It's through being hospitable.
Listen.
It's through breaking bread with a stranger and getting to know them, because that's your commonality. And people like to say it all the time. It's just well, everyone's got to eat. And it's well, that's true, but using that statement is just oh, well, if it happens, it happens. It's just no, it's just everyone's got to eat. So that is our opportunity, because it's their opportunity to find some commonality amongst themselves. So
when you said everyone had to eat, I needed to take a bite of this coffee cake.
Yes. So, I guess we got this birthday cake, cake from Lisa's Boutique Catering, specifically her coffee cakes brand. And this shit is the gingerbread, and it's nut-free and fucking delicious.
It is delightful.
Yeah. And so we're just going to be enjoying some spirit-free beverages, while also having a little bit of our cake. So thank
we're
you
having
so
our
much.
cake and we're eating
we're
it too.
We're totally having our cake and eating it too, and I cannot believe that I did not fucking say that.
I was
did not fucking say, God
pull that
damn
rug
it.
right up,
You
right
really
out
did.
you
really did. Yes. Okay. Well, shots fired. But it's thank you so much to Lisa Shaw of Lisa's Boutique Catering. This is fire. And
this is a delightful morsel of heaven. Thank you.
And I can't believe that we actually have cake on our birthday.
I know. I didn't even think about that.
I know. I just kind of put it together right now.
Over there, getting
doing the things, and I was
thing.
you know what? I was you gonna leave it? Stop it. I'm like, let's go. And then another thing that I want to mention, just as I'm looking back at 365 days of terms of service, is really getting a lot more comfortable addressing race as it happens, because those that know me outside of this arena and this environment have been like, "Oh damn, Justin! Like I can't believe you said that." And I was like, "They just said that."
Yeah,
like they just said that. I was just like, I'm just like white older men will just like pop off and like just
literally
say things
say
and like
the
and
fuck.
literally and just like keep it moving.
Yep.
Like destroy your whole family.
What do you mean?
Just, like,
what do you mean that just happened? Yeah.
Right. I was just like, you can't be talking to people any type of way.
No.
Like, I'm just like, this street
I mean,
goes.
they're still
This street goes
doing
both
it.
ways. Exactly like it hasn't stopped, and I don't say it from a disrespectful standpoint, but also I do. I do.
Respectfully, I disrespect you.
Yeah, it's like, because the idea that you can minimize someone because you don't agree with what they're saying is such a common element of the hospitality experience. And anytime I see that shit, I'm just like, oh, okay, well, you're giving like big white energy right now.
Well, okay. So I'm 50-50 because it's
You
like
either see something, say something.
I'm definitely a see something, say something person, but at the same time, I feel like, and we talk about this frequently, we're not a cancel culture, but a consequence person, a culture.
Yeah, consequence culture, yes.
A consequence culture type people. And I'm like, do you, or not you, the listeners, or you, Justin, I'm like, do we think that sometimes the measure of your consequence is too much or enough? Like, for example,
go ahead.
I think that a lot of people get it mixed up when you're like, I don't have space for this person right now type situation. But it doesn't mean that you should go on not having space for them forever. But I think it takes more time than we're willing to admit for change to be real.
Right.
And there's a very specific example of that happening currently. And it was the jump off for this entire movement in the beginning of the Panini. And it's only been a year and a half. And this man has already rebranded himself 3 times.
Oh, correct.
You know? And that's where it's like, okay, I'm not saying that everyone should be looked at to that standard of like, it will take more than a year and a half for the harm that you've inflicted to like dissipate.
Right.
However, I will say that change has to happen in a personal way, and we don't need to know about it out here in the real world.
Right.
But if you're like hitting up the people that you harmed and having real conversations about it, I think that your consequence is having to sit with your shit.
Right. And in my opinion, the biggest difference between, cancel culture and, our belief here at Terms of Service of consequence culture is really, it's really fixated on the fact that like cancel culture is where like the public is punishing you for your actions. Consequence culture is where, as you just mentioned, it's like you stew in your own garbage and you make the appropriate amends, and in order to just to find that road to redemption, it's just like you have to be allowed to do that. However, there are just a plethora of chefs that come to mind to where it's just like, I'm gonna have a a press release, and it's just like that's not who I am. It's just like but you but you have degraded, you have minimized, you have exploited many, many people because of who they are and how they've interacted with you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's not good enough. And
Won't
then people
you look in a mirror.
right, and then people will be like, well, what the fuck do you want them to do? It's like, listen, there are fucking consequences to any fucking action.
Yeah.
If I was out here acting like a fucking piece of shit and just like, having people like lose their fucking mind on me, it would take me a lot more than just stewing in my own shit.
Yeah. That's an accountability thing then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And when you lack accountability, then you have grander fucking issues.
Exactly.
And you have a crew of fucking enablers around you as well that co-sign that shit.
Yep.
It's just like you get to rebrand, you get to open up another fucking spot. It's just like, that's not a real fucking consequence.
No.
It's literally it's a public facing fuck you to anyone
that is manicured and curated by a team of PR personalities,
right,
who can make it so that you have a scapegoat as to why it is you act the way that you do,
right,
and have in the past.
Right.
So you know what? Like, good luck out there. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I don't actually feel like, good luck out there, because it's like, it's one thing. You're just like, oh, okay, like I fucked up. But if you're never having to say that I fucked up, because there's always a way out. It's
I don't
like,
believe in a lot, but I believe in karma. That's why I was like,
for
good
sure.
luck.
But then also it comes in a very like unique positioning, because for me it begs the question of, what do you care about your fucking reputation? It's like, again, me personally, I give a fuck ton about my reputation, but it's not an ego thing. It's like, I want to ensure that anyone that I do business with, anyone that I have any sort of relationship with, exactly,
it's a currency.
Yeah. It's like, I want them to feel as if like I actually give a shit about them. I'm not using people. I'm not out here fucking, saying this, that, or this, that, and the third. It's insane to me how this industry, and other industries as well, but this industry specifically, because that's what we're anchored in, keeps giving passes to these chefs. And when we talk about the integrity of need, I ask a bigger question of just like, what is your integrity worth? Because you have been looking elsewhere because such and such chef or such and such leader of the industry comps your fucking appetizer. I was like, really, bro? Fucking $16? $16? Oh, well, like they gave me like a nice... I was like, are you for real? That like, the shit that goes on the opposite side of that wall, it's just a wall. It's fucking drywall that is separating you from like an entirely different world.
And we just... Well,
I can go on and on because obviously I'm getting fucking amped up talking about this shit.
We're not living in there right now.
Yeah.
And we're trying to move forward from that. So that's definitely a point of highlighting, like, this is a change that is happening and it's going to continue to happen. And we are going to, we act like change is worlds away, but it like could be done if we just like did it right now. Like if we just like decided to change, like on an individual level, which we've also spoken about. It's more about like what you want to do and how you go about doing it.
Right.
And we all take different routes, but like, don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's really it.
Absolutely.
Well, okay, so when we started doing this year in review, you know what I just thought about as we were talking? The insurrection. That was in this fucking calendar year.
Yeah, white on white crime.
5 days after.
Yeah, white on white
we
crime.
launched.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was insane.
Like,
I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that day for a very specific reason.
The caucasity
of it all. This is correct. And I I was working on something, and my dear friend Shatara texted me, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm fucking working. Like, what are you doing?" And she's just like, "Go to Twitter. It is white on white crime in DC." And I was like, "Not white on white crime." And
sure enough,
there it was. I was like, "Well, damn." But that level of fucking like privilege, stop it.
But do you remember how that happened here? Do you remember how it touched back to the home base of food service industry? Because motherfuckers bought tickets.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
It's like...
That is right.
You know?
Yeah.
Whose money did you think was coming in there?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
like,
I mean,
that
that gets very. Yeah. That's so. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah. That's very, very. Close to home. It left a lot of unsavory remarks and thoughts. With someone that was close to proximity, who is no longer to us. But yeah, yep.
That it's people, the things in the real world, people try to keep it separate, but it all sort of bleeds into each other. So sociology is all about how you are raised and trained to operate within society at large. And we operate in a microcosm of that by being in the food service industry. And I think that we learned a lot about what traits and personalities will take money from just anyone, anywhere within the community, and turn a blind eye to some of the greater challenges that we're all facing.
Well, yeah, because they're not giving a shit about what it represents. Yeah. It's like
people just think of it in actions and not in words or values.
Well, yeah, or they think about it just in regards to skewed value. It's very specifically to that insurrection talk. It's you and I spoke about it, Ashley and I spoke about it, multiple people on the crew talked about it, and it's I'm you're getting a check from a black gay dude.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? It's just I work with an immigrant from fucking Trinidad. Our producer is Jewish. We have a female fucking head of beverage design. But also,
is it a Band-Aid though? I think I've thought about this a lot in the last year. Do people use each other and their proximity to wokeness?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you using institutions of change? Because I think that we might be going towards that,
Yeah.
Because we're changing the voice of how we communicate about the industry.
Right.
But I think I got very excited about that. I didn't think about it in relation to us.
I know. I almost had shingles, but no, I got shivers.
We got vaccinations for that.
I know, but I was just I caught myself and I was like, listen, I just got shingles, and I was like, no, shiver.
Yes.
So I just
shiver me Timberlands. Yeah, no. It's cold outside.
Yeah, I was just it's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve, my friends. So
yeah, but using their proximity to wokeness to get away with shitty behavior because they're well, I understand it. Well, fucking practice what you preaching.
Because they'll say that they understand it while not actually acknowledging it.
Yeah, or giving a fuck.
Yeah. So, but I love how we started at the top of the year.
Top of the year. And then I've talked about this numerous times, and I
hope to really dive into this deeper during season 2, which is, now.
Out now.
Yeah.
Stop listening to this and listen to us more.
Yes. Run it up.
Yeah.
Run it up.
Can we talk about the part of the top of the year where we found out that we were in like top 70 of food podcasts in the U.S.? Can we talk about that?
We
now?
can totally actually talk about yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's like the first 90 days. We
Yeah.
were
Yep.
70th.
Yep. 7-0.
7-0.
And for those of y'all that are out there listening, it was like 7-0. I was just like,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of food podcasts out there,
Yeah.
and to be like in the top 100 at all.
To be in the top, whatever. I was just
Yeah.
like, listen, I'll take a top 250.
Mm-hmm. I sure as shit called up my homie at Regalis, and I was like, I'm depressed, but can you deliver caviar to me so I can eat it with potato chips and creme fraiche to celebrate that I did something good with some people this year? And you came through with a quickness.
Yeah, you're like, call that shit fucking. Oh, not gonna say it. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna say it. Because they were not doing right by restaurants, specifically independent restaurants, like ever, but especially during the Ponderosa.
Yeah. Not Regalis. They're pretty dope.
Exactly. Regalis is absolutely fantastic.
yes.
I'm just talking about these.
The other ones.
These. What the fuck is it? These, delivery services and like all of that. So
Yes.
nothing against those that like, are drivers for them for supplemental income. It's just the structure, the corporate structure of these entities, and how they leave
Looking
the
at
little
only
guys
the margins.
to foot the bill. So
That was a little spicy.
it was a little
Like
spicy.
seed lip spice.
Yeah, I was just like,
Spicy.
oh, okay. Yeah. And here we go.
Who is she?
I've been drinking this, like, I'm going to keep drinking all this spirit free shit like it's my birthday.
Yeah.
Because it's our birthday. Nariba.
Yeah.
Hold up. No. I want you to talk about this, but then I gotta ask you this question.
Okay.
Gots to.
So seed lip spice paired with pear juice,
God, you gotta
ginger syrup, bitters with a mint crown, a winter refreshener,
They're spirit free bitters.
juicy. Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Spirit-free.
A winter refresher, juicy, spicy, and refreshing, and also like comforting. It has a very comforting mouthfeel. You can feel the spice for sure. But
Well, I mean, I of course feel the spice because have we met?
yes,
Okay. Yeah.
yes, Annette,
Yeah.
keeping this going.
Yeah. You're like, there we
You
go.
said it once, never forget.
That's real. That's real. That's very real. So I will say that a really big thing for me as we like keep going through all of this is I just keep going back and forth over and over and over again of being, I don't want to say like flabbergasted, but really shocked and humbled by the amount of feedback that we have received, the amount of just support. And I'm not only just talking about brands, I'm talking about individuals as well. I'm talking about like venues that we get to record this from, talking about colleagues in a similar space that want to do a fucking like live recording together. Shout out to
Exactly.
David Moore and Kasira Hill, thank you so much. Spill Magazine and Anthropological, thank you.
And also, like, thank you. We like reverse did it. This was supposed to be the morning juice shot.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
For starting the day,
yeah,
but-
I'm just like, you know what?
She juicy all day long.
It's our birthday.
We're about to get carried away.
I can. You know what? One snap.
Yep. Air chairs.
Air chairs.
Like flying in a plane.
Like what?
Like flying in a plane or a ski lift. Air chairs.
Is that a thing? Oh, ew. What? God damn it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'm, fading in my old age, having done this for a year, but I'm just like, how are you going to dance around me like that? Damn. What a missed opportunity. Shit.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I had a lot of caffeine today.
No, I'm like, ooh, I feel like this is war. Oh.
Don't worry, it's going to go away. This is
the listeners are like, our streaming numbers are about to go down. Because okay. I'm just like every 2 minutes.
Do it.
I'm going to be like,
challenge accepted.
I'm like, here we go.
It's happening.
I was like,
I'm ready.
Have you heard the news about butter?
Butter who?
I don't want to spread it. Yeah, you're fucking welcome. It's fine.
Oh my God.
It's fine.
Did you hear about that girl that eat vegetables though? I think I've told you about herbivore.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Cut it! Best / worst birthday ever. And also, January 31st. Oh, Lord, get me an abacus. December 31st. What would our sign be?
Sag.
Okay.
Ooh, no,
yeah.
no.
Wait.
I fucked it up.
Oh, no.
It's the beginning. It's the caps.
It's the caps?
Capricorns.
For Capricorns?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going back to Boston in January for my nephew's 18th birthday. He is a Capricorn. He is delightful.
Damn, just like this morning juice shot, actually.
I know. Wait.
And what is this like?
You got the notes.
But also like this little rope on it, or twine, but yeah, so yeah, Cara oranges. I'm not using your, whatever.
It's okay.
Apples,
We've
lemon,
already been carried
ginger,
away.
A little bit of pina, and it's love. It's love for our belly. It's love for our insides.
I can tell that I will.
This is lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Ashley Christine.
Yeah, go get in there.
Oh my
gosh,
gosh,
Daniel.
Oh my gosh.
It matches my outfit today and your hat.
It matches your outfit and it matches my Santa hat. It's great. One thing that I want to say is, I know that we like go on like different tangents and like so on and so forth, but I really believe that is part of what makes this so special and unique, because it really is free-flowing thoughts, really is free-flowing conversation, and
it's an accurate representation of like what we do within the industry.
Well, yeah, and
like when we're standing around,
we are.
This is what we're shooting the shit about.
Yeah,
you know,
I was like the things that I have learned through these conversations, not only about myself, but like fuck all. I'm like, who said that? Who said that?
Listen,
I'm over here sitting like an owl half the time. I'm like, the fuck?
We all pay for Google in our pockets. Use that shit. You know what our parents didn't have? The difference between them and us? Google.
Listen,
they couldn't just be like, how do I raise a child? You can Google that shit.
Yeah.
You got YouTube videos for everything. I learned how to braid my own hair, and it saved me 300 doll hairs.
I gotta say that as powerful as Google is, Google did not help me save that Birds of Paradise. But you know what? It's okay. Going into the new year, it's like new energy, new vibes, and
new leaves.
New leaves. Yes. But acknowledging a new leaf with the inspiration of a past leaf.
Okay.
Gweza Itaji and Mecca Bay.
You damn right.
Yes, absolutely.
I really
Back to Black
enjoy
season
Back
1.
to Black.
Yes. You know, the stewardship of land
Yes.
land equity.
Yes.
Taking care of, like, not only taking care of yourself, but it's like when you're watering, when you're like, God, that line, it's just like when you're watering your plant, like, you know, take a sip for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
hydrate.
Just
stay a while.
Yeah,
meditate.
It's little things to where my expectations have been exceeded, but also my hope has been restored because being unfulfilled with the hospitality industry, but being so fulfilled and inspired by the community of the hospitality community. Like,
the community is fire. It's fire. Like, so like, as we all know, in this year of my Lord and your Lord and everyone's Lord, if you're into lords, all my teeth tried to leave my mouth, and the community of an industry that does not have benefits fucking came together to help me get half my shit done.
Awesome.
And I feel like in other like realities, that's what I call people with regular jobs. They're in an alternate reality. I feel like there's not a sense of community like that because people don't talk about the shit that happens personally the way that we do. And I think that's like a lack of boundaries I'm learning from my job at Healthy Poor, because I'm like, sometimes I'm like doing these trainings with other people and I'm like, oh shit, I'm still unpacking a lot of like stuff that can be seen to someone not in the best place as like commitment and duty and responsibility, when in reality it's like some harmful ass shit that I'm probably unpacking about my mom in therapy that is like the reason that I'm trapped in this sort of like loops of the food service industry. So when we like sat down to talk to Buiza and Mecca, I was like, Buiza 100% of the time.
Yeah. It's okay.
Why?
Noa Buiza. But Buiza,
I'm sorry.
Buiza Itaji.
I just saw that she like drove a long ass time across
the
country, and I'm glad that she back and safely. But she touched on caring for yourself separate from what you do. And Mecca touched on fixing trying to work on your relationships outside of yourself so that you can appreciate and value yourself enough to know that you are growing and changing. So that was a beautiful moment.
And I mean, we've had so many beautiful moments like within this space. I mean, with Alon, who really just like laid it all out there.
He busting ass too in school. Shout out,
Alon. Keep going. Keep going. You're killing it, and you will continue to do so, as we all believe and support you
strongly.
So, yes, absolutely. But then also, it's like, you know, when we were just getting started, Rakita was talking about like, you know, obviously like financial literacy and like, you know, like how the fuck are you like figuring all of this shit out? It's like, well, I don't know. Like, you know, she lost her job due to the pandemic, and, you know, now she's in wealth management. But the core takeaway for me from that episode was a lot of making sure that you're good, because this industry won't do it for you.
It's unforgiving.
Yeah. And that, I mean, that's just dope to even like feel, you know. It's just like, you're right, this industry will dog you out. They'll absolutely dog you out. But then, you know, they'll throw you a pizza party.
I was gonna say,
so like, I'll throw you a pizza party when you dog, like, after you dogged me out.
I was gonna
say, like, bitch, I haven't, it's like, I've been starving all fucking day.
You gotta take that pizza.
I mean, taking the pizza.
I mean, and that's the double-edged thing. It's like a cycle of doing the same shit over and over and hoping for a different outcome. I'm like, we are not gerbils. You're fully formed
Or we're
people.
just insane.
We're humans.
Or we're just insane.
I mean, we all have to be a little bit crazy.
Yeah, in this industry. Yeah.
In this industry, yeah.
Yeah. And multiple facets of it because, as we have talked about before, this industry is not only a four-walled ecosystem, so it's not just something that you can easily walk into. There's agricultural, there's there's supply chains, there's all of these things that really bring about the reality of the industry and also the functionality of it. And yeah.
And also, like, regular people are a part of this industry in the chain supply because the people who are out here being essential
we need accountants
workers,
in there.
Yeah.
We need accountants in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like the people that work at the airport unloading all of the shit that we're having flown in because we're also in the middle of the country.
Yeah. Also, airports are not just used for your ass to go on vacation. Okay? Like, that's a real thing.
If the truffle man can't bring you truffles, they're being held at O'Hare, and they have to wait for someone to clear it to go pick it up.
Right.
Truffles don't come from the ground; they come from O'Hare. Sorry.
Like there it is.
Getting old village.
Yeah. There's take that Blue Line Express. Mm-hmm. Oh my God! If I ever heard anyone say the Blue Line Express, I would probably.
It's gonna be me the next time I see you in person. I'm gonna find a way to slip it into the conversation, Hervey.
You're like, yeah, Justin. Sorry I beat you here, but I was on the Blue Line Express. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, this is amazing.
Times.
Yeah.
Oh, I got like a job.
Yeah.
From Terms of Service this year, working with Healthy Poor. Healthy Poor.
Hi, Laura Louise Green.
Thank you so much, Laura, for hiring me.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say, though, is a lot of people congratulate Healthy Poor a lot on the work that we are doing, but no one wants to, actually do the work to change. And that's something that we talked about in previous episodes. Specifically, even from the beginning when we sat down with Joey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was a
First
thing
guest.
of talking about how we want change and how they have tried to and continue to embody the kind of change that they want to see within the industry, and acknowledged that it's not like something that you just wake up and do one day. It takes practice every day. And I think that people don't understand how this is going to benefit them because we are so set in believing that what we are already doing is the best.
Right.
And no one wants to hear that change is constant and the best that you are at one point won't be the best that you can be in the future.
Right.
And I'm trying not to be my grandmother and being set in my ways. So I found that my weakness is taking feedback well. I'm working on it. I think I've gotten slightly better at it.
Yeah.
My therapist might agree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for getting the opportunity to work with Healthy Poor, and I'm grateful for the people who sign up and bring this opportunity to start change within a work ecosystem by providing very thoughtful lessons about mental, emotional, and physical health, as well as getting people to see each other as people. And I think we came into this situation doing that from the beginning.
About it before, where this industry they literally view people as commodities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that as well. Also, the fact that I now know someone who has a dog that I get to see at least 2 times a month. I just want a dog.
Happy.
I got 4 cats. I need that that canine energy.
You're like, I literally need something to like run up to me and
be
like,
excited.
Yeah. And not, like,
cats aren't excited about shit.
No,
they're assholes.
No, they'll push your shit off the fucking shelf and look at you like it's your fucking problem.
Yeah,
it is because you got to pick it up.
Her name's Darla. And she's the worst.
Okay, got it. Well, so I'm sorry. But so as I keep thinking through the year, one thing that I have to really give, big ups to and like an overwhelming acknowledgement is to the fact that if y'all don't know, for those that are listening, Terms of Service is a part of a industry coalition called Not 9 to 5. And their director, Hassel, is one of the kindest individuals that I have been fortunate enough to meet digitally. And it's really inspiring just from like building a brand that is Terms of Service to be aligned with those not only across the country, but, across the world, because Not 9 to 5 is based in Toronto. Just showing how we can really create a better industry for all, and like people are just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So it's better, and sharing resources so openly and like promoting things like left and right and being like, they've been building a platform, but they're like championing it and
everyone around them who is trying to do the same thing.
And everyone around them. And I'll never forget the conversation that I had with Hassel, and I mentioned, dark side of the plate conversations, which, I just always kind of felt is just a commonality within the industry. Because all glitter's not gold out here. And,
for real.
We did a clubhouse with the James Beard Foundation. Like, actually, with the James Beard Foundation.
No, I was about to bring that up and be like, that also happened this year.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
The closest I'll ever be to James Beard.
Yeah, and what has been really interesting is seeing the shift in some of the like narratives and messaging.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with like large scale F&B brands.
Yeah.
That, want to start highlighting these like untold stories. And I don't want to sit here and be like, well, like we've been doing that, but it's like, that's what the fuck like we have been like trying to do.
Yeah.
Trying to do.
Big and small.
Yeah. And so, because all of it matters.
Yep.
And we know that we can't cover all of it.
No.
And
there's a lot.
It's a ton.
Yeah.
It's a ton. And I refuse to believe that we can take it on alone. It is powered by the community. I mean, Sean Clendenning.
I was going to say we have a community.
Exactly. Yeah.
Here.
So it's just like Sean reached out to have his conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that we can continue to like grow and create these like safe spaces for people to really talk their truths on like bullshit in this industry. And so when I say real industry, real talk, no bullshit, it's just like, I mean, it's authentic fucking like conversation.
Yep.
It's true to the point fucking realities.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfiltered.
Yeah, for sure. Also, Max Daddy isn't like keeping us on task, so I feel like we've a little like runaway railroaded this.
Oh,
I'm into it though. I went on that ride at Disney. It's a ride at Disney.
Okay, heard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like there we go. But as we're wrapping up
because we gotta.
Yes,
we already broke our own rule.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you would like to say on our first birthday, which also would be like the anniversary? I mean, it was the anniversary of our launch. It wasn't like the anniversary of like the
recordings,
yes,
or the ideas.
Yeah. But it's just like it's our birthday.
It's our birthday.
It's our public birthday.
Yes, I feel like this is like when you start a relationship and then you get married and you're like, which anniversary is it?
Oh.
You know, I feel like this is the marriage anniversary.
Oh.
You know, because it's not the beginning.
Well, I do.
But it's,
You see me, you feel me there.
I do, I see that. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Connecting.
Yeah. But you don't, apparently. Because you didn't say it back. I thought you had to say it back.
I was about to make a whole, like, vow thing and then say I do at the end. But now I'm just going to say I do.
I was like, talk to me nice.
I'm like, I don't know how to talk to people nice because my mom has been here just like sick burning me all week. Nariba, you know, go pack away them dishes so that I could do the dishes in the sink that you don't seem to realize need to be done. Yeah.
I love it, love it. Oh my God.
I want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I received that.
Really putting this whole thing together and inviting us to be a part of it and help contribute to it. I am very grateful for the opportunity that I get every 2 to 3 weeks to sit down with you and Max and our entire lovely community and staff of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like we're all minions. You know, we're all talking like banana language, and there's a whole community of other people that sit down and listen to us that also speak that banana language, and they like it. They fucks with that shit.
Yeah.
So, Merry Grootmas to everyone. And I don't know.
Well,
thank you.
No.
Thank you on the birthday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well,
and for the Santa hat that you let us wear the entire episode.
Yeah, no, this is cute. It's tight.
I just retwisted my dreads and they gonna sweat that new twist out, but I don't care.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm just like, this is tight. Literally, like physically tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
But so.
How about you though?
You know, I'm gonna keep it like, you know, short and sweet as much as I can, but always, you know, thank you to you, Nariba. I mean, this has been quite the journey that you and I have been on together. I met you when I was trying to help the industry. I was trying to, you know, be a resource that I truly believe that those that I know and even those that I didn't deserve when no one else was doing it, because everyone cared about like the high profile shit. And, you know, at the height of the industry shutdown, or actually not even the height of the industry shutdown, just when the industry shutdown happened, it's like, I mean, no one's asking the community of folks like how they're doing, how they're feeling.
Nope.
And you know, meeting you that day, you know, shout out to Ursula Syker.
Yes.
Hi, Ursula. For just like sharing the information and then us figuring it all out to get you on camera. And I'll never forget during editing, I was with my colleague Caleb. Hi, Caleb. He now lives in New York.
Yeah, Caleb.
Former member of the Biko crew, but a forever member of the Biko crew.
And our hearts.
Yes, absolutely. We looked at one another and we're like, she has a great voice. A great voice. And it never left me. Like, it never left me. And I was like, I want to do something. And then, you know, as you've talked about in the past, it's just like, oh yeah, like I'll come on and be a guest. You're like, oh, like do it.
100.
Like
I talked about that shit 3 days ago.
Yeah, but like I really, you know, I thank you for, you know, trusting me with like navigating this space, because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
I'm
a
full Aries. I'm ready to like sign off on whatever. I'm like, let's do it.
You're like, we're good. Fully. You're like, let's go.
And your full Aquarius body just like floats into a room and you're like, I have ideas and thoughts. And we're going to put them together. Don't worry about it. I brought some glue and glitter. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'll figure it out.
I learned a lot about rosé from you in the last year and a half, like in a good way.
Put that on my tombstone. Put it on my tombstone. Okay, because I'm here for all of that. And you're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
But yeah, and it's been really empowering to be able to like pivot what I'm trying
PIVOT.
to do exactly, but like I mean like actually pivot. So like it's for people and like not for you.
Yeah.
And just showing like how we can really figure out things together and explore things together and become fulfilled together.
Same, different, all the way.
Yeah.
I feel like people who only listened to us but don't know what we look like don't understand the level of same, different we're talking about.
Oh, for sure.
As levels.
Oh, for sure. And for some of that BTS content, feel free to follow us on Instagram at Terms of Service Podcast.
It's pretty cool. You should check it out.
Yeah, it's just
we like put stuff on the internet.
Yeah, we put stuff out there, and we don't take ourselves too seriously. We take the conversations that we facilitate very seriously. But I mean, we just want to be real people talking about real shit in an industry that we actually give a fuck about.
True.
And we've been grateful to have you all along for the ride. So
100
on my side, I am going to wish not only myself and the entire team, which I mean, it's just,
extensive AF.
Yes, it is extensive AF, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah,
so
we are.
Yes, so we have Dason Roa, we have Travis Barron, we have Rick Hernandez, we have Cortez, we have Daniel Clark, we have Marcus Drake, we have Max Zuckert, we obviously have you, the lovely Nariba Shepard, we have Ashley Christina Garnett. We're also onboarding an additional individual for Garnet for support for Ashley by the name of Ryan, and we're very excited about that.
Yes.
And just thank you to the community. Thank you again to David Moore, Kasira Hill. Thank you so much to our venue sponsors and our venue partners, first and foremost, Blind Barber, because Jesus Christ, we live up in here and it is just, it's a home away from home. And I know that some people could be like, well, like you can do this, like blah, blah, blah. It's just like we care about the intersectionality of spaces and the intention of spaces. And this is where we have found ourselves more often than not, because they make it easy, they make it thriving, and they make it dynamic. And also it feels safe for people to speak their truths, and we will forever be grateful to them. And thank you.
The dad basement vibes that they provide.
Dad basement vibes are dope as fuck. Absolutely, yes.
Like, look at this tiger.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, here it is. We shot at Ace Hotel. Like, thank you so much for like letting us some misfits running around and like shooting shit in your lobby and like talking all the shit like in your conference room. So thank you so much to you. Thank you so much for our design partners. Thank you. But in closing, thank you so much for those brands that really fucking help us get here.
Yep.
And so it's just like Ritual Beverage, Monday Gin, Charles Heislick Champagne, Seedlip. Thank you. Athletic Brewing. Do not think that I forgot about you, because I love the hell out of y'all, and I will never understand how you make such delicious beer without any fucking booze in it.
For real.
Shout out to y'all. But
I always have a cerveza.
Also, shout out to the Spirit Free community and all of
the growth, the movement,
all
the talent,
all of the things. But just thank you. I'm not gonna get emotional, but I'm very, very, very indebted to countless people for believing in this crazy idea of just the industry deserves a platform. And when I say the industry, I mean the entire fucking industry. And on that note, happy birthday to us once again. I am Justin Arnett Graham, and you can find me on Instagram at What's Bico.
And my name is Nariba Shepherd. You could find me on the gram as well at Rebaru, Rebaru. And see you next year.
Happy New Year!